I pressed the button. Hush! I think it's recording now. Shush! Hello? Hello there? Oh, I think it's working. I hate these things. This is Willie Mae, and I was asked to talk a bit about my life since the war to help educate future children someday. I think that's nice. I thought I'd just watch my programs and entertain the grandkids in my retirement. But that didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad they all made it to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in a dream, I knew my prayers were answered. My husband Frank used to work in the mines. Just a bit before the war, there was news of tremors, and he didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him or why he never came home for sure. And between you and me, I'm fine with that. Since the war, I've just read my old newspapers and listened to music. It's very peaceful for once, which is just right nice by me. You ever hear of the Watauga Times Atomic Lottery? The winner got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, Salisbury steak, and Nuka-Cola, of course. I played that lottery for 20 years, and I finally won the month before the war. It lasted only 8 years, though. But who can you complain to? By the time it ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well, I'm going home now. For a bit anyways. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, blast these things. Not this button. Not this one. Oh, oh, here it is.
Hello, person in the distant future. Dasa told us these tapes would be used as historical records someday. Pretty nifty. So, my name is... My story begins in an office. I used to be a programmer at Vault Tech. One of many. No, nobody special, you see. And that's okay. I used to stare out that window by the coffee machine and think, shucks, I wish I could leave this job and hike in the woods every day. I dream about walking the Appalachian Trail, setting up camp wherever I liked, and traveling with close friends. When the bombs fell, I was terrified, just like anybody else. I wasn't in the vault, so I just, figure it all out too. The responders found me. I had a little campsite, some supplies. I hacked a Protectron to guard me while I slept, but I miss people. I did. It's been alright, The apocalypse and all. I know that seems weird, but I have freedom now. I can actually help people. I even met somebody. A volunteer who delivers supplies. Imagine that, right? Even when you think everything is over, it's not. It goes on. I mean, it's awful too. Don't get me wrong. All the people dead and hurt. But those are things beyond my control. So, I'm making the best of it. These days, I'm important. People treat me like I matter because, well, there's so few of us. We can't afford to think otherwise. So for all you future people, just know that we lived through something. Horrible. But we did it. Somehow, we're alive. And if you're hearing this, then, well, I guess at least some of us made it, right? So hey, chin up, kiddo. You'll be okay. Okay?
I talked to Sheila yesterday about finding some food. She said she'd give me the info about a place if I grabbed some food for both of us. And she pointed me to an old building nearby filled with machines that could make something she called cream. I never heard of it, but she promised that it tasted good and it would keep us both from starving. According to her instructions, all I had to do was push a button and the machines would start cranking out bottles. What she forgot to tell me was that it would be loud as hell and attract every creature in earshot. It took things that swarmed the building. I barely made it out of there alive. If anyone finds this, tell Sheila that I'm keeping all the damn bottles of cream. Next time, she can come get her own.
I just need to rest my eyes for a bit. That's all. I've been living in several different areas of the country since the war, you know? And I know how to live off the land now, you know? I know, you're thinking, I've seen you before, right? You recognize this mug, don't you? Well, that's unfortunate. Run along now, I suppose. Kids.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
Please insert your resume into the receptacle for analysis. Or take our senior executive exam to see if you got what it takes to be part of the
Hanover, this is Daniel Hornwright. I presume you've seen to it that the Technology Support Group has updated the Senior Executive exam with my clarified answers. I'm growing weary of the spineless executives you've been sending me. You find me some candidates with the wherewithal to survive here, or else I'll find someone who will.
Analyzing data. Complete. It looks like you've got what it takes to be our next senior executive. Senior executive detected. ID card issued.
User detected. Connecting.
User connection detected. Motherlode 003 reporting. User System 003 requests assistance. Fuel levels critical. Hull critical. This motherlode requires repair beacon. User recover. Repair beacon. User recover. Repair beacon.
Requisition code accepted. Issuing repair beacon. Beacon deployment clearance granted.
User proceed. Down. Deploy. Beacon. Launch detected. Distance 1,200 meters. 800 meters. 400 meters. Mother load connection. Connection complete. Repair systems engaged. Mother load status nominal. Repeat, status nominal. Initiating breach procedure. User, stand clear. User presence detected. Priority materials deposited in docking station. Motherload 003 complete, user. Motherload complete. Motherload remembers. you're hearing this, it means you must have completed my work. Next up are elite anti-support unit fire. If you didn't make it.
Too cool in the kitchen. Join the fire breathers today.
Overseer's log, Charleston Fire Department. Automation used to define life in West Virginia. Now it's the only thing left. These training programs that the responders have set up. How many survivors were running through these? It takes a certain calling to voluntarily run into the middle of a fire. Rescue people. Looks like they kept up that spirit, even as the dangers changed. They must have fought the Scorched up close more than anyone. I need to find out what they knew.
Target acquired. One of us is slow, friendless, and completely devoid of personality. The other is a protectron. We're done here. Nothing personal.
Get your lemonade here. Cold, refreshing, and completely organic. I'm fresh out of lemons, so I've had to make do with ingredients that are less ideal. Fresh lemonade for sale. All proceeds go to the Master Jimmy Foundation.
right, it's recording. Thank you again for reaching out to me. I can't tell you how shocked I was to find out your letter was the real deal.
Of course, Miss Carter. Hope the trek wasn't too arduous.
It was an experience. Not a lot of my interviews start with a bag over my head. Just glad it didn't end up being a prank, I suppose.
I apologize for that. Maintaining a low profile is a requirement for us now.
And why is that, Senator? Why did you leave your position so suddenly?
Leaving was the only way I thought I'd be able to protect my family, Miss Carter. But I've since realized that I've left a lot of other people I care about in grave danger. I was hoping you could help me correct that.
What are you talking about, Senator?
There are sinister forces at work in the halls of government. I and my fellow members of the free states will no longer be shackled to the putrefying corpse of this nation. No, nor should anyone who values their lives. There is only one recourse left for the people of the United States. Strike out on your own. Take whatever you can carry. Get off the grid and get there fast. The end is coming, Miss Carter. And when it does, your government has no interest in keeping you safe.
Sinister forces? The end is coming? Senator, you're making some big claims here. Do you have evidence to back it up?
This is not some doomsday fever dream, if that's what you're asking, Miss Carter. I received my information from reliable sources. Yes.
And I'm supposed to take your word for it?
You're going to have to, Miss Carter. I'm trying to save lives, not put more at risk by exposing my sources.
Senator, I'm not trying to be rude here, but it sounds like you're trying to start a panic, and without evidence, I'm not willing to be a part of that. I also have it under the strictest confidence that you've been seen making multiple visits to a certain Charleston neurologist as of...
My health is not the issue here, Miss Carter. These are people's lives. The executive branch, captains of industry, the Department of Agriculture. I peeked into their world and they threatened my life, my daughter's life. We're just pawns to them. And the only way we survive is to step off the board. All I'm asking is that you share that message.
I meant no offense. You just have to know how this looks from my end.
I understand. It's just a sensitive topic.
Would you mind if I asked you one last question?
If it means you'll get the word out, go ahead.
You never resigned as senator. Is that something you're planning to do?
I am. Consider this interview my... Miss Carter. All I ask is that my warning goes with it, and nothing else. Now, if you wouldn't mind, my daughter and I have a lot to do. We're on our own out here, after all.
I'm William Breyer, investigative reporter for the Charleston Herald. I'm currently standing just outside the security fencing of one of several Hornwright industrial sites that have cropped up around the area in recent months. I'm here tonight to try and get some answers about what has become known in certain circles as the Mother Lode Project. Could this be the answer local mining families have been looking for? A series of new mining projects that could reinvigorate the local economy. Or, as the environmental groups have suggested, could these be a fresh set of toxic disposal sites, poisoning the ground beneath our feet? At the very least, according to local experts, the area's recent increase in seismic events can almost certainly be tied to these sites. And now I'm here to see for myself what's really going on. I've just made my way up to a small gap in the first line of fencing. The security here is intense. Barbed wire, armed guards. Feels like a war zone. I'm making my way over a small ridge and I... Mother of God! Ground shaking and... Oh my God. What is that?
Hey, you! This is private property. Shit, it's that reporter. Jesus. He's got a gun!
Gun? Wait, this isn't a... Ah!
All right, settle down, recruits. I know it looks hard, but the course ain't no hill for a climber. Just follow the arrows and keep your head on a swivel. Once you get down a piece, you see the Capitol. Give that button a whack and follow the course back on over here.
It's the stupidest thing we can ever do on it.
What was that? You got something to say, you spit it out.
I just don't see why we gotta go running through all that muck.
Now you listen to me before I smack both eyes into one. My husband is somewhere down in that muck. So's your father, and her gran, and their sisters. We spent weeks crawling through that muck, pulling people out. Thousands of people died in the Christmas flood. More still were never found, drowned, or buried alive. We pulled people out of there for a full year, so you showed some respect. You got anything else to say?
No, ma'am.
What was that?
No, ma'am.
Good. All right, fire breathers, get out there and run that course like your friends' lives depend on it.
Examination will begin in 15 seconds. Exam initiated. Activate initial checkpoint. Checkpoint activated. Checkpoint activated. Return to start. Congratulations, applicant. Please access terminal to initiate final examination briefing.
Greetings, applicant. This is Melody Larkin, Fire Breathers Captain. Congratulations on your progress thus far. Until recently, we'd now be moving you on to our final exam. A nice, easy run through an active mind burn. But these days, we got bigger fish to fry. The scorched creatures have been pouring through Big Bend Tunnel. Someone has to stop them, and the fire breathers are the only ones with the tools and the know-how to get it done. So, for your final exam, you'll be running a course cooked up by our very own Lieutenant Madigan to get you up to speed on dealing with these scorched. Head on over to the Belchin Betty shaft when you're ready. Our handler bot, Bernie, will get you oriented. Come back alive and human, and you're in.
Fire breather. Applicants detected. Kit ticket issued. Please collect your gear. Examination briefing. Holotape issued.
Welcome, recruit, to your final exam. I'm Hank Madigan, fire breather lieutenant. Exam simple. Reach the bottom of the mine, hit the emergency beacon down there, and come back up. All you gotta do is survive a little slice of living hell, all the scorch that call it home. I get this is extreme. But we need to know if you can hack it before you got half a dozen other people counting on you. But you're not going in empty-handed. Along with your suit, you've been issued a modified 10mm. We figured out the Scorched aren't big fans of depleted ultracite. Took a field trip to AMS HQ to figure out how to make the stuff, but it's the most effective tool we found for putting them down. So time to prove you can put it to good use. Suit up, strap in, and move out, recruit.
On? Yeah, the red light is on, so it's recording. This is Maxine Ballard, squad leader of the Scorch Slayers. We're making this recording to document our descent into the Belching Betty mine for the final exam.
Well, say which exam.
Oh, right. For the fire breathers' final exam, we're supposed to head inside, find the emergency beacon, and watch out for Scorched.
Piece of cake.
I don't know. If it's so easy, why hasn't anyone else completed the exam?
Because they weren't us. We've been hunting Scorched at the farms for days. How much harder could the ones in the mines be? Grow a little backbone.
Come on, guys. Let's stick together on this. All right, shut up. Okay, Scorch Slayers. It's time to lock and load. Let's get the job done.
Okay, squad leader. Tim and Andrew are both dead. Now what the hell are we supposed to do?
Shut up, Sai. She's recording. Entry 2. We've lost Timothy Wolf and Andrew Rhodes to a swarm of Scorched. And the rest of us barely made it past them alive. I'm beginning to think Melody Larkin may have overestimated the difficulty of this exam.
You're damn right she did. This is suicide. What the hell with this? I'm going back.
No, you're not. You're sticking with us.
Why? So we can get picked off one by one until we're all dead? No way, not me.
You know what, Sai? You've been acting like a coward ever since we started tackling the Scorch at the farms. And now, Tim and Andrew are dead because of you.
What the hell are you talking about?
I saw him, Max. When those Scorch pushed through the tunnels, they came at us from all sides. Tim and Andrew were holding, and they told Sai to watch the back, but he didn't. He ran away and left their rear flank wide open. That's what took them down.
Bullshit! She's lying, Max.
Oh, both of you knock it off. Sylvester, if you want to go, go, but you're going back alone, and I guarantee we didn't clear everything behind us.
Even if you make it, mark my words, you'll never be part of this squad again.
Fine. To hell with both of you. I'm out of here!
You're seriously letting him go?
Yeah, Rita. We're better off with that. Sylvester left the team some time ago. We heard screams echoing through the mines only minutes after he left. Rita and I are all that's left. Despite the odds, we've somehow made it to the beacon.
What's supposed to happen when we activate that beacon?
I don't know. I suppose we'll get Melody Larkin's next instruction about how to get out of here.
Well, there's no reason for us to stand here and wait. Push the damn thing. Oh my god.
They're everywhere. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we didn't come this far just to give up.
I'm with you, Max.
If we don't make it out of here, I just want you to know it's been a real honor, Rita.
Likewise. Now let's go show those Scorch what it means to be a fire breather.
Applicant has success. Return to surface for examination completion. All examinations complete. Congratulations. Issuing orientation holotape. Please proceed to Charleston Fire Department for company registration